Let me introduce y'all to this YouTube family, showing us the way to get out of debt gradually. My man Josh, he's the king of the household. Wife Christine putting debt in the chokehold. And the kids, they are Grace and Zoe, all four together living life so holy. Debt kicking Sunday, daily vlogging. Dave Ramsey plan gonna have us live large, and every day we'll see part of their lifestyle. How they budget and they keep things wrote down. See them work through the envelope system. Credit card goes and the money goes with them. You will see how the family strives, cutting debt like a knife and still have a life, Daily vlogs show us how to have fun. When you hear this song, let me hear you say debt is done. Debt is done, debt is done, debt is done. Let me hear you say it louder. Debt is done.
No, I don't want you to have the clicker. No, because you click. That's exactly why you grabbed it.
Holy cow, Batman, it's finally shorts weather. Right?
Funny, yes. We have our shorts on. It is hot here, guys. It is 85 degrees. To some of you, that's nothing. To us,
that's everything.
Scorching. So, today is Debt Kicking Sunday. Welcome to, yes, today. My brain kind of checks out, so you just have to bear
It's
with
all the
us.
answers to all the cues.
Yeah, so we said leave a question below, and we got 37 questions. You guys are awesome.
Disclaimer first, right? This is free advice. It's not financial counseling. It's our views on your questions.
Yeah.
You cannot take this the wrong way. It's tough love, but it's just our opinion, your questions.
That's right.
Got
okay? It? And this will be a several parter. I don't know how many parters, but so we're gonna start with. We'll start right away. Okay. I'm also not mentioning names because there's 37, and you guys are going by your YouTube names, and I'm not always sure.
We don't know who that is.
What your real name? I'd rather call you by your real name.
We could call you Chuck, John,
we can make
Beverly.
Okay, let's get started. Okay, so first one. What do you do for entertainment? Can you share what you have for lunches and dinners, and how does the FPU book differ from Dave Ramsey's other books? Okay, you guys heard us talk about, where did our Dave Ramsey grab that? This book that we talk about articles and things we read and we kind of show it. This is your workbook that you get with your FPU kits. So you have to buy the kit to get the workbook. And look, it has like, you follow along. Let me find some here. You follow along to the video and you put in your answers, and it has extra articles, and it's just awesome. Frankly, the whole class is awesome, but the book is equally awesome. This is different because it's a workbook. You can only get it in your kit, in your Financial Peace class kit. Okay, and those cost $100. Actually, what do we do for entertainment? What do we do? Last night, we went for a drive and got an ice cream for $1 through the McDonald's drive-thru, and everybody was happy.
I like to mow the yard.
I do sometimes I go outside and just stare at birds.
Uh-huh.
You know, guys, we're pretty simple. Family time is spent cleaning the house, washing cars, mowing the yard, gardening. We love to garden.
I like to spend my time out in the yard. It's relaxing.
It is very relaxing. We're very simple. We go to the river and just listen to the water and go to our happy place, really. I mean, entertainment does not consist of movies out and restaurants all the time and, nothing free. We do free stuff. Redbox movies we do a lot of. Can you share what you have for lunches and dinners? I've got this question a lot, you guys, on this video. I've been in my mind trying to think of a way where I can share my lunches and dinners. I will explain that, I think, in a later question a little bit better, but I have something that I'm brewing, okay, in this mind of mine. I'm trying to come up with something.
Whoa.
What?
Whoa. Mind-blowing.
Back up.
Well, yeah, you're thinking of something, so, could
And
blow up
I'm
any
just
time.
thinking if I'll be able to stick to it. See, I don't like to sign up for something unless I can give it my all. So, okay. That is your answer. Next. We're going to take turns and share. That's what we do.
Are you guys going to start making daily vlogs again? I work. No.
We We love doing daily vlogs, but
We will do vlogs when we can do vlogs. Our
Yeah.
life is very busy right now, and we try to fit it in the best we can.
like we're home maybe 3 nights a week, and that just doesn't,
Maybe.
because we're busy. The kids are in swimming and dance, and we're serving a lot by teaching these classes, and so we have church that we love, and it just leaves a little time.
Our hearts want to, but
Yeah.
our schedules won't allow it.
That's right. Good. Next question is for Zoe and Grace. Zoe and Grace badly needed a nap, so they'll get to it at the end of this video.
Oh, okay. Any advice for a new couple starting to lead FPU in their church? Well,
That's a great
whoever
question.
you guys are, good for you, first of
Yeah.
all. Any advice? I would say the best advice I could give on our classes is to get up front and be as honest as you can. And if you're, the way I look at it is, if you're going to teach, you need to be an open book and transparent, and you need to let the class know all your struggles, all your victories, all of your issues you went through to get where you're at, because if they see that in you, they will think, well, I can do that. It was hard for them, they made it through, I can do it, it can be hard for us, and we can make it through. I mean, what else is there to say?
It makes me cry. I think it's so awesome that you guys want to do this. You will impact a lot of families, and just to be open and real is something that just doesn't happen very often. People really respond to that. You're right. They respond, and in turn you get to know them on a more personal level. Like, we have a class that we are getting ready to graduate. We have 2 classes we're getting ready to graduate, and they're really hard to let go of because we've gotten so close to every single person. I mean, there's like 11 people in this class, and we're close to every one of them. They're all of our friends now after going through it. So you will be blessed in return. It's amazing. It's the most amazing. We would recommend it.
And stick to it. Don't let your class sizes judge where you want to go from there, because we've had some huge classes and we've had some very, very tiny classes, and sometimes the tiny classes are where the miracles happen. So,
We have a class of 3 right now,
Yeah.
and it's fantastic.
thanks for the question.
Okay. Number 1, have you ever considered home educating or schooling? You would be so good at it. No. Why are you laughing?
No comment.
No comment. Guys, I don't have the patience. I know God gives you everything to raise your children that you need to have, but I don't enjoy it. And there's a difference between enjoying teaching and working with children and being forced and have to, and it's just not an option. I'd rather sell my right arm than teach. Sorry.
Love you, kids.
I know I can relate to adults, but no, but thank you. That was very sweet of you to say that. How did you and my boyfriend, also known as my husband, get your relationship back on track when things were not good in the marriage? We took an FPU class. That's how we got back on track. That's how we actually made progress for the first time ever in our marriage. So 2009, we took an FPU class. It changed our life. That's why we're leading these classes and benefiting and helping other families. And on YouTube as well.
It was a financial class that gave out free marriage counseling.
Yeah, and we didn't know it. So there you go.
That was the byproduct.
Yeah, really when we took FPU, that was the first time, like, we heard principles that were the truth. It wasn't what worked for somebody else or worked for them, or what we thought, because we were married young and we were extremely naive, and what we thought wasn't working. So FPU taught us a lot of truth about ourselves and about our marriage and money and life and our kids, and so that's where things finally got on track for the good. It was hard, but it was wonderful. Ended up being the best thing for our marriage. And I think we'll be married for 60 years, 70 years, and still say
Till I die.
80 years and still say that class was the best thing that happened.
Okay, 80 was pushing it. I don't think so.
Well, women in my family live a long time.
That's what I said, 80, yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
How and where do you start with budgeting when your expenses are so much greater than your income? Boy, been there, done that. When we started this process, we had way more going out than we ever had coming in. So, where do you start? Well, you start by stop spending, I guess. If a lot of ours was on credit, So we just kind of was like, shut that down. We were like, no more credit. That's
Cut them up.
cut them up, throw them away, and it's rice and beans and rice, peanut butter and jellies for a while. Basically, you just stop spending to get in control of your spending, and then get a plan together. That's about the time we started to take FPU. If you haven't, I strongly suggest you do. And then maybe you guys can look at the situation you're in, and if you have 2 car payments, maybe sell a car to get rid of the payment, or sell 2 cars to get rid of 2 payments. You know, it all depends on what your situation is.
Get rid of your debt.
Just get rid of your debt as best you can. Pick up extra hours of work and work some overtime if you can. Get a second job. Deliver pizzas. Deliver paper. I mean, it sounds like it's, you know, if you can get rid of some of your debt and get some more income, you can kind of flip that flop, so to speak. You know what I mean? So.
And Melanie, I know that you wrote this question because you are small business owners, and this was geared more towards small business. But we chose to answer it this way because it's the truth. Whether you own a small business or you're the COO of your family, you know, it's the same as for personal as it is for business. I mean, unload some of your debt and to get some breathing room. And reevaluate maybe for small business owners. If your business is not making you money and paying the bills and leaving the lights on,
something might be wrong.
Something might be wrong. I mean, I know it's your baby, and I know that you put your heart and soul and everything into this business, but you've got to live. And so maybe a second job or an evening job or a different job, you know, might be a possibility. So, yeah, it's hard to breathe when you're like
drowning.
You can't dig out of a hole when you're digging from the bottom.
You can't get out of a hole when you dig the bottom out of it.
When you're digging the bottom out. It just doesn't work. You good on that one?
Good on that one. Thanks for the question.
Thank you. How did you resist the urge to shop for unnecessary items? My husband tells me that every time I spend $1, it's like spending $2 because it takes away from me paying off my debt. My excuse is I work hard for my money and pay all my debt with as much as I can afford, always over the minimum. Every time I buy something, he says, take it back. How do I stop this? This was me. You are explaining our before life.
I said the exact same thing. When you spend money, it takes it away.
And the guilt, I'll tell you what, the guilt that comes with buying something, because yes, you think you deserve it, but if you can't afford it, you don't deserve it. The only way you can afford something, whatever it is if you pay cash and it's in your budget. That's the only way. So I sympathize with you because I know how you feel, but I sympathize a whole lot more with your husband because he has a good point. The second part of this question was, P.S. I don't use my credit cards as they are frozen literally in a cup of water in the freezer. I pay everything with my debit card. That is awesome. So you could cut them up or you could freeze them. I mean, just the temptation, the thought process behind that, you can't just pull them out, but they still are open. And you could get creative at a store and have them pull up your account and do that whole thing. So the best is cutting them up, but I loved that. That is creative.